Luka and the Mavs will face off against Steph and the Warriors for a trip to the NBA Finals. That party gets started on Wednesday. So since Dallas bumped off the #1 seed Suns, it's Golden State that has home court in the series. Shannon, who wins, Mavs or Warriors?
Baby Bird. He gonna do it, Skip.
Baby Sparrow.
He gonna do it. I ride with him, Skip. He's the best. He's the best player remaining in these playoffs. And I'm including the guy that he's going up against. He's better right now than Steph Curry is.
I'll buy that.
And nobody on the other side. I mean, I love Jason Tatum and Jimmy, playoff Jimmy, but he's the best player of the Final Four teams. He's the
in part because Steph just shot 33% from three against Memphis, the greatest shooter ever.
He's that.
Yep.
Luka is a special player, but he's figuring out how to let other guys be good alongside him.
He is.
For the longest time, he was special, and he wouldn't allow anybody else to be good.
Just didn't he couldn't figure that out. I agree.
And now with Jason Kidd, he's like, I can still get my 30, but I can let Brunson get his 20 plus. Then where do you want to come along? I'll let you get you some points too. And he's been sensational. And I love that, Skip, because they kind of mirror images each other. I mean, they don't get a whole lot of points out of Draymond. Draymond is the rebounding. He runs the offense, a lot of dribble handoff. He's looking, Draymond 10 feet from the basket. He ain't looking, he's looking for a backdoor cutter or looking for somebody spotting up to shoot the three. So he's doing a great job of that. Powell is looking for lobs and putback. He'll block a few shots, give you a couple of rebounds. Kleber's going to stretch the floor. So they kind of mirror each other. You look at Brunson, you look at Finney-Smith, these guys are going to shoot threes. Brunson can create it for himself. But I love the way they're playing. And what's going unnoticed, and it shouldn't, they play defense, Skip. They're better defense, and I think because Luka for the longest time has been a liability on defense, you automatically assume, well, the Mavericks don't play defense. But when you hold a team to 27 points and a half, and you give up 17 points in the quarter, and you give up 10 so you give up 27 first half points.
I agree.
Oh, you playing defense. Ain't nobody just shooting that bad.
Nope.
So let's give them some credit. I think it's going to be an outstanding series. I'm going to take the Mavericks in 7.
Mavericks in 7.
Mavericks in 7.
Says Shannon Sharp.
Baby Bird going to make me, he going to make me a prophet because I saw this. I foretold this. Okay. I told you this.
So that would mean, if my math is correct, you've got Dallas winning Game 7 just like it did at Phoenix. You got them winning at Golden State in Game 7, right? Now that would be a double jeopardy achievement, man.
Yeah. I mean, Luke, I've been trying to tell you he's the closest thing to Larry that we've seen in a long and ever. Since Larry Joe walked away from the game, this is the closest you've seen to him, Skip Bayless. I think at some point in time you're going to have to acknowledge it. I mean, it's just better if you come forward with it now as opposed to, having to do a confession. Just apologize. Just apologize. Say, well, Shannon, you know what? You were right. I was wrong about Luka.
That remains to be seen. So I am stuck.
Oh, yeah, you definitely stuck.
I have to pick lesser of evils. I have told you for about 3 weeks now on this show, I'm getting sicker and sicker and tireder of Golden State, which now leads the world in condescending arrogance. That's what they do. Steph has turned into the ultimate front runner because he is in, by his standards, a horrible three-point shooting slump that started when he passed Ray Allen, and then he started to slide, and nobody's going to hold his feet to the fire because he's the greatest shooter ever, and I hugely acknowledge that. He just is.
Yes.
But for the first time in his career, his overall shooting percentage for the regular season fell below 40%. I'd never seen anything like that. And now against Memphis, he just shot 33% from three. And he didn't really join the party on Saturday night until after Andrew Wiggins had started the party by keeping them afloat and giving them a three-point lead. And then Steph finally made a three in the fourth quarter that started to break it open as they went up 6. I have questioned his playoff legacy in different ways than we questioned now just a few minutes ago Chris Paul's, because Steph came up so small at 6'3", played like 5'3" against your Cleveland Cavaliers of LeBron and Kyrie in 2016 when they blew a 3-1 lead. And I'm told, he was hurt. Well, he didn't look hurt to me, and he played, and he was atrocious by his all-time great shooter standards. and they lost, obviously, 5, 6, and 7, 2 of the 3 at home.
Right.
And then against Toronto, he had 2 big late shots, one in the closeout game 6 in his house. He had a buzzer beater to win it, and he missed it pretty badly, okay? So I just need to see more from Steph as these playoffs go farther.
Right.
All I've heard about from Draymond is we have championship DNA. We were so comfortable playing against Memphis because they just don't understand. They're just a bunch of kids out here, and we took them to school. And ultimately they did because they didn't have Ja, their closer, for 3 games. And for games 2 and 3, they didn't have their guts and grit player, as you know, Dylan Brooks. So it's time to put up or shut up. It's time to show me for what it's worth. So, you know, I'm looking at what the odds makers are saying. And the odds makers say Golden State's
overwhelming favorite.
They're a big favorite,
yeah.
And they're a 5.5-point favorite in game 1 at home. 5.5? Well, that's pretty substantial. So I'm going to do a Shannon Sharp front runner. I'm just going to say, well, okay, I'm going to pick the better team. I don't like either one of them to speak of. I'm not sold on Luka yet either, but he's starting to impress me. And I will give you this. He will be the best player on the floor, and I think Jason Kidd will be the best coach on the floor, and they are playing the best basketball right now. But the team with the legacy, the team with the championship DNA will be game 1, the home team.
Right.
Game 2, the home team, and all the way up to game 7, the home team.
And they get Kurt back. I think he's out of health and safety protocol, so they'll have him back for game 1.
Okay, well, that's true. And then there was a late game loss that they suffered at Washington that Lucas suffered, and it killed them because it knocked them a game behind Golden State. And if you go back and look, they won 4 of their last 5. Golden State won their last 4 in a row to have the 1-game lead, but they lost a game at Washington that they just shouldn't have lost. So Luka played pretty well in the game, but the rest of them didn't come along for the ride.
Right.
And they lost a game, so they don't have home court. So I'm going to go with the team with the home court advantage. I'm going to say, Golden State, show me. I want to see Steph Curry rise and shine and be all-time great. I want to see him be a top 10 NBA player in the conference finals with the money on the table against the hottest team in basketball.
You're right, Skip. When you look at it, that depth lineup that Golden State like to trot out there, Dallas says, you know what, we're going to bring our own depth lineup. We'll bring Reggie Bullock. We'll bring Finney Smith, Jalen Brunson, Luka Doncic, and we'll put Dinwiddie out there. Mm-hmm. Y'all got shooters, we got shooters.
Boy, they got a bunch of shooters.
Yeah, so we're going to see. We're going to see because we don't really think you guys got any defenders really but Draymond. And so we don't believe Clay is that same defender that he once was.
He just doesn't look right. I know he was Game 6 Clay shooting the basketball. But I don't see the defense from either one of them.
No.
So I hear you, but I'm going with Golden State, and I'm betting 0 on.
Come on, we got to get something. We got to put at least 2 cases.
No.
Just cars.
Just cars?
Right,
okay,
so
1 case.
recap,
I got 1 case on Golden State in 7. In 7.
Skip has the Warriors in 7 and the Heat in 7. And Shannon, you've got the Mavs in 7 and the Celtics in 6.
Yep.
This is going to be a fun 2 weeks of basketball to watch. All right. Is the title for best basketball player on the planet open for the taking?
No. Yep.
That's next.